Be the guy who embraces the ugly, the miserable. Be the guy who embraces hard work, the grind. Don't be afraid of being hurt.
A lot of us have big dreams, big goals. And when you have goals that are maybe outside your reach, you have to know that getting to that goal, you're gonna have a lot of bad days, a lot of setbacks. Failure is going to happen. So how fast do you get up from that? You gotta have an unlimited supply of fire, this drive and passion that I'm gonna be somebody. It has to be there because on all those bad days and all those days you don't wanna do stuff, you have to be your own motivator, your own coach, your own trainer, your own everything. You have to come into work ready to go.
Find your impossible. What is it you think is impossible? You could never quite grasp. That's what you can go after. You don't have a dream, man, you're dead.
10 years from now, you will surely become someone. The big question is, who? 10 years from now, you will surely arrive. And the question is, where? To answer the question of where you want to arrive and the kind of person you want to be, you've got to get serious.
What does your fucking book look like? Like your life is a book. You got a bunch of chapters in your book, but when they close that book, how good was the book? How good was your book? What was the ending to your book? If the ending to my book can be so amazing because of all that was done.
So many people out there fail, not because they don't have the ability. It's because they don't have the heart to go through adversity.
There's going to be a lot of times y'all about to fail. We are all a work in progress. But in that moment, I want you to remember the power of you. You will change the world.
Nobody is going to hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. Now, if you know what you're worth, then go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits.
What's your why? What motivates you? What pushes you? What drives you? And if that thing is internal, if nobody has to call you, if nobody has to prod you, if nobody has to reward you, if nobody has to give you anything, if you are self-motivated and self-regulated, you can have it, you can be it, you can do it.
It's possible you can live your dream. It's necessary that you have a plan of action, that you're resilient, that you stick to, and you work with the system, that you have the vision and never give up, that you become creative and relentless and keep on coming back again and again and again, and that it's you that you got to take personal responsibility to make it happen, and that it's hard. Easy is not an option. And when life knocks you down, jump back up and say, it's not over until I win.
Take ownership. Take extreme ownership. Don't make excuses. Don't blame any other person or any other thing. Get control of your ego. Take ownership of everything in your world, the good and the bad.
People look at champions and try and find something that champion has that they don't have. He's like, but it's not that at all. He's like, they lack something everyone else has, which is an off button.
And consistency doesn't always guarantee success, but if you're inconsistent, if you don't take those steps, you'll never be successful.
Life ain't gonna be easy. Ain't nobody gonna hand you nothing. You're not ready to give 120 in every single area. If you're ready to quit, you're ready to give up, you're ready to give in. You ready to tell me what's not working, who doing this, what's wrong? If you're not ready to get up every day and start all over again like nothing happened yesterday, why me, God? Why not her? We both adults. Because I can count on you. This is what you do. You are built for this.
When the opposition hits, when the challenge hits, when the pain creeps in, when the uncertainty creeps in, or when the opposition and adversity shows up, I just wanted a little bit more than they wanted.
You love this game. Because if you don't, it's not even possible. Let's not open that door, they're just gonna slam it right in our face. Most people are missing something because they don't know who they are. They never examine themselves. They've never done this experiment on themselves. You create your own self. There's so much in you that you have not unlocked.
What are you becoming? And if you go to work on it now, sure enough, in a very short period of time, you can take on a new direction to become the kind of person you want to be. There's a very important question to ask, and the question is, 10 years from now, you will surely arrive. And the question is, where?
And you're gonna fail, and you're gonna fail, and you're gonna fail, and you're gonna fail, and then you're gonna win. And that's life. Life without those challenges, it's just existence. Don't just exist. Go live.
People that are hungry have zero excuses for not pursuing their dreams. And they come back again and again and again. They operate like Willie Jolly, who said that a setback is a setup for a comeback. I've got a saying, if life knocks you down, try and land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up.
Not every single day is going to be this killer day. Sometimes I wake up and I feel great. Sometimes I wake up and I'm like, everybody, I want to burn this motherfucker to the ground. But here's the difference. When I feel like that on the second day, I wake up and you know what I do? The same shit I would do on the days that I feel fucking great.
In life, people don't burn out because of what they do. People burn out because life makes them forget why they do. But when the purpose is intact, when the mission is intact, when it's about something greater than themselves, the opposition, the adversity, and the challenges are part of the journey.
That's what life should be, is a mission. That's what gives your life purpose and focus and drive and ultimately satisfaction.
This is how you know you're not living in your gift. If when the alarm clock goes off in the morning and you ain't happy about it, you ain't doing what you want to do. See, you fighting upstream, you're going against what God created you for. If your job makes you sick to go to, if you're unhappy with waking up to go to where you gotta go, it's because you ain't living in your gift.
I never knew that the way people described you would become a prison until they did it. You are at your best when you are authentic to your core, and you have to be what you are, not what they call you. And what happens in life as we evolve as a person, we cannot allow ourselves to be incarcerated by anything that people would describe us with, because we limit then what the Holy Spirit can do in your life.
Find a thing you like. Try to find a thing that you really enjoy. Try to find a thing that you're passionate about.
Like an activity.
Yes. For me, early on, it was drawing. It was illustrations. It was comic books. I wanted to be a comic book illustrator. And then it went from comic book drawing and illustrations to martial arts.
Time is not the main thing. Time is the only thing. What it is that you're doing with your time today. You know what? If you look at it, if you really look at it, all of us are basically the same. The only difference is how you use your time.
We all get exactly the same amount of time. Exactly. See, the truth is, we don't know how much time we've got. But we know we're here and now, and the only thing we've really got is what's right here in the center. If we want to enjoy more of life, we've got to give everything we've got right now.
Your life seems like it's going to last forever. And I will tell you right now, it's not going to last forever. And those years go by like a summer's day. And the next thing you know, you look up and you're 36 years old, or you're 44 years old. And that time's gone. You cannot get it back. You cannot get time back. So those dreams that you have, those goals that you have, don't put them off another second. Not 1 second. Get on them and go out and make them happen starting right now.
When we go through a time of chaos, when we go through a time of rejection, when we go through a time of feeling like nobody cares about us, everybody hates us, the world is against us, you have to remind yourself that this is just you telling yourself things that are absolutely untrue. The world doesn't hate you. It's not the world. It's one situation that you are making into the world. The reality of a situation oftentimes is very hard, but oftentimes the reality of a situation is not as bad as it seems.
Work on your list of whys. One of the big thrusts for success is to come up with a strong enough why. And if the why is powerful, the how is easy.
What do you do when you tried and failed and you want to quit and you want to give up?
I have failed far more times than I've succeeded. Far more. You will never succeed more than you fail. That's not how it works. You know why? Because failure is a wonderful teacher. It's the only way to learn. You have to fail. Failure is a part of the process to become successful.
There is no such thing as failure. Failure is just life trying to move us in another direction. Now, when you're down there in the hole, it looks like failure. And when you're down in the hole, when that moment comes, it's really okay to feel bad for a little while. Give yourself time to mourn what you think you may have lost. But then, here's the key. Learn from every mistake, because every experience, encounter, and particularly your mistakes are there to teach you and force you into being more of who you are.
So when you fail, it's a part of the process. Keep going. You're supposed to fail. Shit, who you know that gets it right all the time? That's impossible. You have to fail.
If everybody who's like at the bottom and feels like they have nothing going for them, reframe that as I have nothing going for me, which also means that I have nothing to lose by taking action, it makes you a much more dangerous person. And I think that was the flip that I've had repeatedly shown to me in my life that allowed me to take the step that I was afraid to take.
Isn't it about time you become that person you knew you always could be? How do you do that? You break the mold, guys. You get the out of bed when it's cold, when it's early. You do something away from the normality of what you've been doing. When everybody else says, no, this is not comfortable, we shouldn't do this, you say, yes, I'm going to introduce myself to it.
If you want to be exceptional, you're going to be different from everyone else. That's what makes you exceptional. You can't fit in and also be exceptional. Both have discomfort. When you fit in, you have internal conflict because you're not being 100% you. When you're exceptional, you have external conflict because everyone sees you as different. Pick one. When your friends start to say, you've changed, remember it's because they don't know how to say, you've grown.
You're crazy until you're successful, then you're a genius. People think you're too obsessed, you're a weirdo. People will convince you you're out of your mind for wanting to do this. But then once you're successful, they're like, yo, your drive, your tenacity was great. But it's like, yeah, well, where was that back then? I think you're crazy until you're successful, then you're a genius.
It's not about the running, the swimming, the push-ups, the sit-ups. It's about what those things do for your mentality. You don't get better on the daggone couch. You get better by coming out here and getting the fuck after it every daggone day.
Those failures that you have are so consequential, and then you don't want that to happen again. So you got to be either quit or get way better.
Every day, it's just constant improvement, constant curiosity, constantly getting better. The results don't really matter. It's the figuring out that matters.
The superpower of learning to be alone and enjoying. Well, I think it's critical, and I do think that these times where you just think about things, just be alone and think about things, are so rare these days. And I think during those rare times is when you really get to understand what you actually believe or don't believe.
If you think ordinary is cool, ain't no problem. It's some really, really wonderful ordinary people. But if you are sitting in this room and you have extraordinary aspirations, then you're gonna have to do extra.
There was no fucking trophy on the wall, the mantle. That trophy's in my fucking brain. No one helped me get there. No one paid my fucking bills. No one did shit for me. No one ran those fucking miles, lost that fucking weight. Look, I suffered on my own and developed this man who said, "It's who I am, man."
People want to find their passion, but you don't find it, you create it. And you create it by getting good at something. And to get good at stuff, you start by doing something you suck at. Then you get good, then you like it. Then people ask how you found your passion. Answer, by starting when you sucked and not giving up.
You have to achieve failure. You have to take it that far. Nobody wants to go that far. It's too scary. But you know something? I got news for you. That's where winning is.
The problem is, you ain't never felt no pain before. You're soft. It's a soft generation. You quit on everything. I dare you to take a little pain.
Life. One life. That's all you've got. And regret, in and of itself, it's worthless. It does nothing for you. In fact, the only valuable thing in regret is the lesson you learned, the knowledge that you gained. But walking around filled with regret gets you nothing.
People want the flame, but they don't want to touch the fire. Are you willing to put aside the things that aren't as important to you at this particular moment?
Most people don't want to go to that extra mile. Most people don't want to find that extra because it sucks. It's miserable. It's lonely.
Obsession's gonna be talent every time. You got all the talent in the world, but are you obsessed? Is it all you ever think about? Let's face it, it's you against you out there. When you walk on that court, you have to think, I am the best guy out there.
A person's strengths are often their biggest weaknesses. And so that also means that their weaknesses can be their strengths.
You can study the plan. You can change your life. You can grow immensely in the next few years. You can make your dreams come true. You can build a financial wall around your family nothing can get through. You can become healthy. You can become powerful. Why not you?
You have to open your mind. You gotta free your mind so that you can learn and make real progress.
There's so much opportunity on the other side of being willing to persist for an extended period of time on the correct path without getting positive reinforcement from your environment.
You stay in your comfort zone, that's where you will fail. You will fail in your comfort zone. Success is not a comfortable procedure. It is a very uncomfortable thing to attempt. So you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable if you ever want to be successful.
Everything worth doing is hard. There is no easy path. And so many of you spend so much time, so much energy, and get yourself so frustrated searching for the easy way to get what you want, when in reality, if you just accept it, everything worthwhile is hard, and just stop beating your head against the wall looking for the easier, quicker, faster, freer way to get where you want, because you're expending so much energy searching for the easy way that it actually makes the path that much harder.
You have to suffer. You have to make that a tattoo on your fucking brain.
I didn't get here doing everything that I love. I did a load of shit I hate. And I did it for a very long period of time. And I did not have anyone to me. And in fact, I had many people who were actively trying to destroy my path and tell me why it was a terrible idea.
You'll wonder whether you made the right call and have no way to know for years. This is what hard feels like, and that's okay. Everything worth doing is hard, and the more worth doing it is, the harder it is. The greater the payoff, the greater the hardship. If it's hard, good. It means no one else will do it.
Everything you're going through is preparing you for what you ask God for. You just got to quit tripping while you're in the process, because the process is necessary. You may not see it now, but when He gets you on the other side of it, you're going to see exactly why it went that way, and you're going to be okay with it.
everything was done to try to learn how to become a better basketball player. Everything. And so when you have that point of view, then literally the world becomes your library to help you to become better at your craft.
The path of the exceptional person is one of an exception, which means that you are not a villain. And rather than fighting that or bemoaning it, see it as an indicator that you're on the right path. Because if everyone else were cheering you on, then it means you're not in the right place, because it means you're just like everyone else, and that's not where you want to be.
Everybody in your life will have a turn back moment. No matter who you are, you're going to have such a period in your life where it seems like it's not working.
You're making a big mistake to always look for comfort, because comfort is the evil of everything. Looking for the easy way out is not good. Because if you got to go and confront kind of resistance, and it's like Nietzsche said, you know, that what does not kill you will make you stronger.
You're not going to score on every shot. Doesn't mean you shouldn't take the shots. Doesn't mean you shouldn't try to hit the goal. But part of being able to continue to take shots is to have the strength of character to tolerate the fact that in that instance you weren't on top.
Embrace the pain, is what I say. Pain is good for you. It's great for you.
The only way you're ever going to get to the other side of this journey is you have got to suffer to grow. To grow, you must suffer. And some people will get it, some people won't. But they have to see what their journey is to start their journey. Several people live to be 100 years old. They have great lives. They have great kids. The kids go to college and all sorts of stuff. But somewhere in their life, there was a point where they had a decision to make. They can go left or right on this path. Left was the easy route. Right was the hard route. And you may have 20 years of pain and suffering to get past it. But a lot of us die never truly starting our journey.
Man, the beauty of being someone who has to go through struggle, the beauty, because you get that. If there's no struggle, there's no, if there's no struggle, then it's nothing. There's no journey. There's no journey. You know, you get to make that magic. You get to be the story.
So you just want to be like everybody else that roams the world, not knowing the power that's in them. Being fine with being mediocre.
Always quitting before you're done, always procrastinating, always not doing the right thing. And then one day you're an old man.
Yep.
And you look back, God, I can't believe.
What do you want to be in life? And once you do that, now you can work with somebody to get better. You can work with yourself to get better. But until you know what you want to stand for, you will always just be sitting down. You'll never stand for anything.
What if I can pull off a miracle? What if I can become someone that no one thinks I can be? And just me talking about that, I have the hair going up on my arms because it makes me just like, what if?
It's irrelevant what other people say. And once you come to understand that, the noise quiets, okay? If you can understand that it is irrelevant what people gossip, it is irrelevant what they say, it is irrelevant if they laugh, it is irrelevant if they doubt you, it is irrelevant if they talk shit, and you understand that the only thing that's relevant is what you do, you're going to succeed.
If you're in a spot and you don't know what to do, and you're not sure where to go, and you don't know where the right direction is, start walking and start looking for opportunities.
The two ways to build something insane is deep insecurity turned into fuel, or deep levels of confidence turned into fuel.
I just want one thing from you. As great as you are, as skilled as you are, as talented as you are, I just want one thing from you. Never allow life to make you forget why you do what you do. People don't burn out, people don't quit, people don't underachieve, people don't settle because of what they do. People burn out, people quit, people underachieve, and people settle because life makes them forget why they do it.